What's going on, guys? Chad back here with you on the RC Models and More channel. And today we're going to take a look at the ready-made RC Valorem $16 230 millimeter quad frame. Now, real quick, I wanted to go over why I chose this frame. There's a lot of boutique frames out there that are pretty expensive. I know I've paid a few bucks for a few of them. Most recently, I had some Flynoceros Zeus's, my Connex builds, and they were great frames, really tough. Everything went together very well. I decided to go away from the Connex just for cost feasibility reasons, and honestly, was just kind of not feeling the whole mini quad, racing quad thing at the moment. Was kind of more into planes and everything. But after trying to sell some stuff on RC groups, I just kind of got a bad taste in my mouth because, everybody wants stuff for free. So I wanted to find the best way to get all my components up and going. I looked into adding standard HD pods to the Zeus, but they were $30 a piece. So I figured it would be at least $60 to go that route. And honestly, I'm just really tired of spending money on this stuff. Definitely am changing my habits and stuff when it comes to RC for sure. So I started doing some investigating around. First place I went to is Ready Made RC. That's always the first place I go. I own a lot of their products. They're great guys. I live an hour away, so I usually get stuff within the next day or two. And while I was online, I saw these frames, the Valorem, for $16, which is pretty crazy. And I saw that, you could basically change out the arms to 6-inch or 7-inch and jump on whatever hype train you wanted to do. Quite honestly, I was looking at TBS Vendetta because the long range kind of FPV stuff kind of sounds fun to me, because sometimes your airplanes just don't cooperate and the quads can pretty much do whatever you want to. But I have a Mavic and a Phantom 4 Pro, so it's like, what good is that going to do? So anyway, I wanted to find a way to get all of this stuff here, my Racefly Revolt and my Maytech PDB, Cicada ESCs, XSR. I wanted to find a way to get all of this into something for a good price, and so I decided to pick one of these up, and I'm really glad that I did. Now I want to bring the camera in and show you guys a few more intricate details so you can actually get a better idea on how all of this stuff goes together. So let me reset here real quick and we'll be right back. Alright, who needs a reset whenever you got Zoom? So the first thing is the Valorem comes with your standard mounting options for any FPV camera. I run pretty much exclusively the Strix Ochi cameras, which are pretty small little camera. Put it right next to the Cricket VTX that I use, and this whole setup is really where everything shines, because like some of the other ready-made RC frames, they basically have prepared the frame itself to work with these products. Now this CNC mount is available in two different versions. This is the orange that goes on the AUK 210 frame. They also have a blue one, and you can see it's completely adjustable. It really fits and goes with everything. Comes with orange standoffs there on the back that you can use. The Cricket itself, as you can see, bolts right in, and so on top of the frame you actually have access to your channels and the power button. I have my XSR in there, and I have the antennas coming up through these holes on the frame. I have an immersion RC stubby spiral net coming out of the back, as you can see right there, and you can zip tie that on there. There's zip ties holes there, but I'm not going to do that quite yet because they do sell an HD camera mount that will mount here to, get this in frame, that will actually, they do sell an HD camera mount that will mount to these holes up here. It's the one that goes on the Octo 10, so that way you can use your Mobius or GoPro Hero Session or whatever. There's, with the Mobius on it, get a profile on how big the actual top of the frame is. Now, a couple things that I probably would recommend to go with the frame is, of course, I already went over the Ochi and the Cricket transmitter, but they sell this little parts kit here that allows you to go ahead and use different kind of hardware. It comes with some nylon spacers and some nylon mounting options, so that way you can get your PDB up a little bit. And if you look at my stack there, you can see how it just is off with those little nuts there. And then I have the Maytech PDB and of course the Raceflight Revolt on top of that. And then the Cricket mounts right to the top, as we already showed, and it connects right up with the included cables to the Ochi camera, and all you have to do is provide either battery power or whatever to the power leads to the Cricket, and then it will feed the Ochi. Quick and easy. And the thing that's great about it is every screw and nut and bolt is really super easy to get to. There's no finicking or fumbling around. I basically took everything and mounted my motors with TPU motor mounts and wired everything up, and I had it all going in literally under an hour. So that's gonna about do it for this video. I really love the frame. I put it together last night and flew about 10 packs through it. Did some tuning and everything is just great. I can't believe that at 16 bucks, I took a couple big licks into a tree and on the driveway. Now I did hit kind of on the bottom, so nothing really scuffed up or anything. The one issue is if you hit it right, you can see the camera. Now, let's see, the camera kind of sticks out a little bit. Of course, your arms are probably going to hit first, and being these aren't $100 Connex cameras, it's not a big deal if you break one, but that's just one thing to consider. As far as any changes or improvements that I could recommend to it, I really can't. It's one of the nicest frames that I have owned, especially for the price. It's very, very nice to have this quality of stuff that is available to us at this price, just to keep your modest flyers like myself going and engaged, because we all know that the sport can definitely overtake you when it comes to how much money you throw into it and how much stuff you end up having on the walls and in shelves and everything else. So it's nice to be able to have something this cheap and that I didn't have to give all this stuff away on RC groups, and I was able to use it. And then of course I can always if I lose a camera or I have a VTX go out, then I can always just pop one off of my other vehicles, because I'm just trying to stay consistent and use all of the other stuff. So this is definitely what it is designed for. I've seen videos out there where people are using other components. You don't necessarily have to go with the Cricut and the Ochi and everything like that, but I definitely think it lends towards the better experience. So that's gonna be it. You guys got any questions? Let me know. Good job, Ready Made. See you guys later.